My name's Russ Cook and I'm attempting to become the first person ever to run the entire length of Africa. This is where I started, this is where I'm going, and this is where I am now. I've ran 2,182 kilometres so far. I've got 13,418 to go. And in this episode, I visit the doctor,
very interesting,
meet the wildlife of Etosha, square up to the king of the jungle and face an impossible choice.
I spoke to Dr. Shavut about getting some blood tests done.
Did you spoke with him? Did you win?
Today, yeah. Nobody's ever done the length of Africa before. People have done Cape Town to Cairo.
this is very interesting.
Yesterday was the first time that when he urinated that he had pain.
He had pain.
He had pain.
Okay. So you are not going to run away from today.
Not even 20 kilometers.
Where are we at? We tried to film in the doctors, but they wouldn't let us, so...
We went to the doctors, geezer took some blood, took some piss sample, said there was blood in my wee. Didn't even look like there was blood in my wee, but apparently there was. There was protein in my wee, which is quite bad news.
It isn't great.
He sent all the samples off to the lab, and they're going to run some tests on it now. Well, I mean, we knew the doctor would say this, but he did say, like, absolutely.
Don't run.
Yeah.
Yes, don't run for 6 hours and run a little bit.
What's your feeling on what to do? Has it made you a little bit more worried about the protein?
I don't really, like, the guy was a bit confusing, I won't
It
lie.
was quite confusing. Without the tests, that would have been super unhelpful, I think. But we move.
Mate, I just don't really know what the best thing to do right now is.
It's tricky when no one's directly telling you not to run.
I kind of did tell you not to run.
Well, yeah, true.
Multiple times.
But I'm like, oh no. Go and run 20k? Would it be silly to do more than that?
It's one of those that you can only know with hindsight, so...
Yeah. Thing is, like, the doctor says to you, don't run 5 times, and you run and then something stupid happens, and you go, well, you're just an idiot then, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'll run for a bit.
No.
Might as well.
Cool.
But the issue was weighing on my mind on the drive to the start, and I couldn't make up my mind. I decided to delay my choice by joining the boys for a game drive through Etosha, gifted to us by Gondwana. But even in the buggy, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Nah, I won't lie, I was having a little Google earlier. Protein in the wee is supposedly not a good thing.
It's not that. There's no point worrying about it right now. We've done everything we can possibly do.
Yeah, I know.
Mate,
I'm just like, mate, protein. I was feeling sweet, and now I'm like starting to feel like, oh, maybe more muscle. And I'm like, yeah, I do feel really tired. My legs do feel really fatigued. But I'm like, is that just because? And then I'm like, because I've had a slow morning, am I getting in my head about it? I don't even know. I was fine until we protein, and then I was like, F***. My panic Googling started to slide out my head at the first sign of wildlife. We really were getting a taste of the good life out here. At first we saw wildebeest, springbok, my running rivals, ostriches, pumbas and oryxes. But as we moved deeper into the bush, we started to spot the real big boys of Africa. It turns out that giraffes are actually well massive, as were the elephants that visited us at the watering hole.
Mate, they're huge.
After about an hour, we saw an even more rare sight, a lone rhino.
Would you rather be running or doing this, Russ?
But as the drive neared its end, I couldn't help but feeling hard done by. I came here for one reason, and one reason only, to box out a lion. But there was none to be seen. Until the very last moment, we spotted one. I knew it. scared of me. What a pathetic little weasel. This was a welcome break, but a decision had to be made, and it wasn't an easy one.
Hello.
Alright, mate.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
You alright?
Alright. I guess still alive, aren't I?
So,
Rest day.
it's finally arrived.
Oh, mate.
The dreaded moment.
I know. I knew it was a long shot. But I am a dreamer, so I thought it was possible.
It is mad how this has kind of come out of something so small.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought it would be a border.
Yeah,
first,
me
I'm
too.
not gonna lie. I feel like I've processed it now. It took me the entire day.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, alright, okay.
You've
Decision
accepted
made.
it.
Yeah. Mate, when I was just like objectively assessed the facts of the situation, pissing blood for 4 days, protein in my wee, doctor said rest. Well, I was trying to argue with the doctor says rest day because like what does he know? But then I guess he is a doctor, I'm not. When he said protein in the blood, I was like, that's really not good. It's a long mission. There's over 12,500 kilometres left to run. As much as I say one step at a time, you have got to have half an eye on the 12,000 kilometres left to go.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say it. What is it?
Rhabdomyolysis.
Yeah, whatever.
Go on, say that.
Rhabdomyolysis.
Close.
Yeah, something like that. Everyone says, mate, it can be fatal, apparently, didn't you say?
Yeah,
Can
quite
be
quickly
fatal.
as well. Loads of things can cause it. Two of those things are food poisoning and massive exertion with no rest days, which is quite you.
Doing that a bit right now.
Yeah, and basically what happens is your muscles kind of freak out and they break down way faster than they're meant to, which releases protein into the blood, and that releases toxins in your kidney, and shuts your kidney down, and then you die.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense when you think there's protein in my blood right now. I've lost a lot of muscle mass in the last 45 days because I haven't been eating properly because I've been ill. We don't know if it is that yet, but like if it is that and the doctor says rest and then I start running, you know, that's not brave, that's just stupid. I don't know, mate, I was going back and forth in my head all day. I was like, there was some points where I was like, nah, maybe you should rest, and then there was other points where I was like, nah, you should definitely run. It weren't really an easy one. Right, imagine if this all went wrong because I got kidney failure because I didn't listen to things properly.
It would be stupid.
Actually stupid. My body can't do it. I just need like to not make stupid decisions and I'll get to Tunisia. Still pisses me off though. Like, I'm still sour a bit, like, you know, there I was, Charlie Big Potatoes, chunnying everywhere going, yeah, now I'm going to carry on running marathons. Maybe that wasn't very wise. But then at the time I was like, f it. I've done this before, it'll be alright. Can only really go with what you know at the time.
I didn't want to be the reason that you had a rest day, but I think you made the right choice.
Well, the reality of that situation is that no one's going to make me have a rest day. That's not my choice, to be honest.
Apart from maybe like, don't know, ISIS? Boko Haram, they might enforce one.
Yeah, that's true. Or any border, or anyone that tries to kill me or rob me or imprison me.
No Brits are going to enforce
Yeah,
a
no
rest
British
day on you.
lads saying you have a rest day. No. But yeah, mate, 45 days in, had a rest day.
The next morning, we headed back to our questionable doctor friend for the test results.
Back again, mate, 1 day later.
Yeah, right. Mate, it'll be what it'll be. The game is the game.
Let's do it.
You fuck as much as me.
What are you thinking, mate?
Well, I don't really know until someone actually knows what this means says.
It's looking vaguely promising, but I
Looks alright.
don't care. You see these calcium oxalate crystals.
Kidney stone.
Any thoughts at all from that wholly unuseful doctor session?
So we got the results, they're all here. But the one test that is still pending is the rhabdo test. Everything else seems relatively normal apart from I've got kidney stones. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do. The doctor was like, you need to rest and hydrate and reduce your mileage.
It's annoying because
That's all it was.
chances are now it is just kidney stones, but we don't know
Yeah.
and we can't know.
I feel like I should probably run a bit, but not loads.
If you go towards the evening time today,
Like 4 p.m. or something.
that's almost 48 hours of rest.
True.
A few hours later, as the sun started to set, we headed back out to the start line. Okay, bang bang. Right.
Bang bang.
We went doctors this morning. We got some test results back. Overall, fairly inconclusive, but there were a few signs that maybe I'm not gonna die.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it.
I've got confirmed kidney stones, so it could just be that, which is actually not that bad. Apparently they're quite painful, but if it's that, sweet. Still waiting on rhabdo, the rhabdo test, which is like the big one. So we're hoping for the none of that source. Yeah, all the other indicators were kind of like fairly normal, couple bits a little bit low, couple bits a little bit high. But overall, given everything into consideration, we're in a position today to kind of test the water a little bit, go running, see how far we get, don't do anything crazy. We're gonna aim for a half and just see how it goes.
I think the game plan today is basically just like proceed with extreme caution.
Yes.
And just like do a little bit, don't push it, and we'll make slow, steady steps until we've got confirmation that you're okay.
But yeah, we waited until later on in the day because it's been boiling hot all day. Still a bit hot, but this hot.
Wow, that's a tall thermometer.
Wow, this hot.
I can't even fit it all in. Ooh.
Everyone gasp with.
Oh my god, let's get your reaction. That's crazy. Oh mate, that's a thumbnail waiting to happen, that is. My kidneys failed. Brackets extreme, gone wrong. Gone wrong.
I cautiously ventured out onto the 1s and 2s, but something wasn't right. I tried as hard as I could to push through, but the rest of the mission was on my mind, and after a measly 1 kilometre, I stopped, defeated.
Big distances today, lad. How you feeling?
Oh, mate.
It's okay. You're making the smart choice, and that's f***ing good news, right?
Legs feel like jelly babies.
Why jelly babies specifically? Are they covered in white powder?
No, just all fat and puffy.
I mean, a lot of that may genuinely just be to do with the fact you've had a rest day.
Yeah.
And you didn't do any stretching yesterday either, did you?
Not massively, no. I don't know. They shouldn't be going like that though. I was like, I could try and do 10k now. Well, I could do 10k now, realistically I could. But
what's the
if
benefit?
I do damage, it's going to cost me way more than 10k in the future.
Yeah, and mate, like, what's the real benefit? Like an hour?
Yeah.
In an 8-month project, an hour to damage yourself.
I just feel like my body's letting me down.
And the only reason you feel this way is because you went through illness, mate. Otherwise, you would have it in the locker. So, and you'll have it in the locker again soon.
Yeah, I know. It's just like in this very contained moment of an 8-month project, I feel like a bit of a failure. But
you're gonna feel vindicated, lad, when in a week and a half you're f***ing smashing the 60 kilometres down like it's nobody's business.
yeah, well, we f***ing up so, don't we? Ah, mate, what can you do?
Right now, in this moment, you're making the smartest decision possible with the information you have available. And at the end of the day, you can't get through a mission like this on pure crud. You have to have some brains as well. It makes the difference between someone who's going to make it the length of Africa and someone who's not. It's making tough decisions when tough decisions arise and not letting ego or denial get to you instead.
You've made a string of good decisions here that will see you well in the long run.
And even if they ended up being unnecessary, you have to just make choices in the moment, and that's what you've done. So yeah.
Sometimes, you know, in things in this world are binary. You either do it or you don't, and you can rationalise a way of saying, oh, but this and oh, but that, but like you know, ultimately you are judged on results. I get it, but I don't feel like I can have many of these moments.
Mate, I honestly actually back that statement, but in the opposite way to how you mean it. Like, to me, the most binary thing about this mission is you either make it to the end or you don't.
That's
and
true.
Like, honestly, people don't give a f*** about how you get there if you get there. And if you don't get there, people don't give a f*** about why. You're either the man who ran across Africa or you're not.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, let's go camping. My legs have definitely calmed down in swelling today.
That's good.
So I was going to.
It could well have just been a rest day, Jobby, then.
Yeah. I did get a message from another runner last night though. He said he thinks it might be the feet thing. You keep bashing your foot and it's breaking the blood vessels in your foot.
So basically, you're stomping too hard.
Stomping too hard, yeah. He said he's had it loads and he just sorts himself out after a couple of days, so it's been a couple of days.
It's really good to hear.
So hopefully it's that.
What's the plan, Russ?
Plan is proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. Did that yesterday, didn't go to plan.
Yeah. But God loves a try, so here we are. Trying again.
Just keep in touch if you feel that it's changed into a bad idea. Just let us know and we'll come grab you. Right, bang.
See you in 15. It felt good to have the tarmac under my feet once again, but I still wasn't quite right. This situation fundamentally challenged the core of my mindset, and all of the doubt made it difficult to run. But I pushed through to 15 kilometers regardless.
How's it going?
Yeah, don't know. My legs feel really heavy. They just started feeling heavy in the last like 15 minutes, but apart from that,
Does it feel good to be back on the road?
I'm glad that I'm doing something.
Hopefully this period of limbo is nearly over though, mate.
Yeah. I think the reason I hate this so much is because there is no other realm or any other day or any other scenario where I have to question whether I'm running or not. Like, I always feel a type, even every day I wake up and normally feel a type of way about it, like I can't really or I'm a bit tired or blah blah blah. But like I have to go, so it's just like cool, go. And now it's like this realm of like, oh maybe I shouldn't go, and then like I've had so long there's not been a question in my mind, for now there to be a question just kind of derails my mindset a bit, where it's like, oh, question.
I mean, your whole mindset is to kind of ignore
Everything,
Yeah.
everything, literally everything.
Back onto road.
I kind of like this new thing that I've started today, where it's like we just forget that the test ropes even exist and we just carry on. Maybe we should just continue with doing that.
You've got about 2 days of maturity in you before things start kicking in, haven't you?
Bang bang. Bang bang. Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Bye bye bye. Bye bye. Hi.
Right, gangsters, back with the POV. Decided to take a break from smashing tarmac. I'm creating sandstorms instead. We are 38.6 kilometers in right now. Now I want to stop in one of these little pubs. They seem to have a pub every 20 meters, but I've got no cash and none of them take contactless because we're in rural Africa. That would probably explain that. Somehow managed to become a Z-list celebrity in Namibia because I get stopped honestly about 4 or 5 times a day because I've been in all the newspapers here and like the TV and that. Mad. Whew. It is hot, bruv. It is hot.
So what's the plan? You're going to do a marathon?
Yeah, I've only got 10 points something to go.
Feeling strong then?
Strong enough to do a marathon.
I'm really torn, lad, because we still don't know what's up. But at the same
You
time,
think it's a bad idea, don't you?
If I were your advisor giving you advice, I'd tell you not to run at all today. But
Well, that one up won't go. The biggest factor in my decision is that I've pissed clear for nearly 24 hours.
If it's the CK test comes back in 2 hours and they go, oh, we've got rhabdo, then it's a bit stupid. But it's, mate, how the f can you know? Describe it.
Hello, the camera.
hello.
Hello.
Oh, hang on, the camera needs a voice. What does the camera sound like?
Hello there, Russell.
We'll call it a day at 31 today. I think.
Okay.
Sounds like the sensible thing to do.
I would have
Does
to
the
agree.
camera sound like Boris Johnson?
Nah, I think that Boris Johnson's a bit more.
Well, I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. My name is GH5. I like to snort cocaine and
Shag lots of women out of marriage and make loads of babies by cheating on my wife. Having made the tough decision to stop once again, we crashed in the van. Then I got a message through on my phone.
What's happening?
He's sending the results. They're just loading now.
Oh my god. The tension's honestly f***ing been unbearable.
Okay, so it says total S total CK 295. The range is 49 to 397.
Okay. Yeah, mate, I think that's normal.
Yeah.
So I think you're alright?
Well, I don't know, lads. I guess so.
Rhabdomyolysis are usually at least 5 times the upper limit of normal.
Oh,
But range from approximately 1,500 to over 100,000.
So you don't have rhabdo?
Sweet.
Oh!
Alright, sound. Well,
Hey.
let's get back on road then, eh? Mate, it feels like I've been on the B1 half my life, mate. Can you remember the last time we weren't on the B1? I can't. Let's list things that happened the last time I wasn't on the B1. Donald Trump was in power.
Continents were still connected.
T-Rex was knocking about.
Yeah.
Still, back then.
The fish had just made its way onto land.
Crocs were still cool.
There
Don't
was a
tell
fa-
Jared. Mate, how you feeling?
Oh, about the rhabdo thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I mean, look, it's nice to know that you haven't got a life-threatening. Still got to play away. I still don't feel fantastic either, I won't lie. Especially when you think, like, I've had a really slow few days. I should be feeling pretty sharp right now. Could be just a mild case of weasel behaviour that just needs to be firmly addressed by smashing tarmac for a day or two to get it out of me.
Sorry, Connor. Connor, is that you, Connor? Connor, aren't you meant to be in the octagon?
Baby. We done it.
Ireland. Ireland,
Hey, baby! I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody! The double champ does what the fuck he wants!
What's your walkout music, lad?
Oasis, fucking in the bushes.
All right, 15 big ones.
Yeah.
Ready? Bit hot. Yeah, it might be.
I'll be too hot.
Might be. In a bit, lad.
The nightmare was finally over, for now. We found a lodge for the night to crash and let out a long sigh of relief. In the next episode, we say goodbye to Nessie, Jared attempts to make a return, and we make our preparations to cross the Angolan border.